Tomorrow's back, bringing the dynasty value of Josh Jacobs and Zamir White. Now, before we start today's show, we are 10 subscribers away from 100 subscribers. And once that happens, I will be having the producer come out from the shadows and celebrate by having a couple back-to-back shots and having a good time. So if you like to celebrate, if you like to have a good time, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll have our little 100 subscribers special. So today we're digging into not just Josh Jacobs, not just Zamir White, but the backfield situation for the Las Vegas Raiders. To start with Zamir White, aka Zeus, we're going to dig into his 40 time, his draft capital, his pass catching capability, and so on. Zeus ran a 4.4 flat with his 95th percentile, had a 114.2 speed score, which is 97th percentile. All things we like to see. Now, he wasn't utilized out of the passing game, but that wasn't because he can't catch the ball. It's because the offense he was in was a defense-first team, and their QB play was below par, to say the least. So we have this draft profile that doesn't really pop your eyes with any one aspect of it. But the reason why is because that James Cook was probably the best pass catching running back coming out of the collegiate level as a rookie this year. You still see in his profile is more of a film grind. When you go and grind his film, you notice he almost has that, power running back like a Marshawn Lynch, like a Josh Jacobs, where he gets tackled and pushes the pylon again and again, yard after yard. So, ignoring all the negatives about Zamir White, you need to understand one thing. It's not about his talent. It's not about his profile. If you look, he can catch passes out of the backfield. He can be split out wide. He can be used in that screen game. It is more about if he will be injured, because he had that injury on his senior year of high school, getting the ACL tear, and then again re-tearing it as a freshman in college. There is no dispute about his athleticism. Every dispute is about him staying healthy. And if he can do that, he is a 3-down bell cow fantasy running back. He can not only go through straight up the tackles and break a long touchdown after breaking a tackle with his power, with his ferocity. He can actually go and do that. He has the speed to accompany it, which not a lot of running backs have. The only diss he really has in his game besides injury is he does miss blocks in the passing game, which is huge. But if you go look through clips, you can see that he can still pass protect. He just sometimes makes the wrong decision with that. This guy can be a fantasy asset and a 3-down bell cow. So in order to perceive Zamir White's dynasty value, we need to dive into exactly what is happening with
Josh Jacobs.
So the Raiders declined Josh Jacobs' 5th-year option because that was a $9.5 million cap hit. And even if you're the best of the best running backs, aka Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, you're not going to be as valuable to have that kind of cap hit. So as the Raiders should have, they declined Josh Jacobs' 5th-year extension. Because even if Josh Jacobs produces this year and has a 1,500-yard all-purpose season, he's still not going to get $9.5 million a year. So it is kind of putting the pressure on Josh Jacobs, while at the same time not taking that cap hit, saying you are the guy. You have pretty much 2 options for Josh Jacobs coming next season. One, he doesn't produce and he's probably injured like he has been like last year. Or 2, that he produces, has a great year, and he signs back with the Raiders, and Zamir White is held as that handicap back for Josh Jacobs.
Dynasty bonus.
So, for dynasty value-wise of Josh Jacobs and Zamir White, we'll start with Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, even if he doesn't get the contract by the Raiders, you could still see him hold that 22 first-round value, that 1/6 value in the 22 draft. And that's because even if he doesn't get signed by the Raiders, he's a good enough running back who can pass block. He can run hard. He is a good receiver, despite him not being utilized in that way. He has all of the production to be on a new team and still show you that bell cow running back value. Now for Zamir White, his dynasty value all lies on Josh Jacobs getting re-signed or not. As much as I hate to say it, it is that much black and white. Even if that happens, you can still see Zamir White stepping into a bell cow role any game that Josh Jacobs gets injured, because he can do it all.